Maximize!
What's up, everyone? A few years ago, I was animating Transformers, one frame at a time, night after night. It started out as a hobby, but somehow it became the foundation of my full-time job. Instead of bringing toys to life, now I'm flipping them for a profit on eBay. Here's the story of how I got started.
So if you've been here since the animation days, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you.
You're welcome.
You're the leader. It's your, job.
We're getting close to 5,000 subscribers, which is pretty exciting for me and not something I'd expected from just a hobby that I started. If you're new to this channel, my name's Shaden, and this is my story.
Yes.
When I first started this channel, it was just kind of a creative outlet. I had a pretty normal, boring job in automotive parts management. I was running a small dealership's parts department for about 6 years, which, as I'm sure some of you know, is not the most exciting career in the world.
You do not have a choice. Your command center is back there.
In order to keep myself sane, I started amassing a large collection of Transformer toys. At one point, I even had over 50 in my collection. So this was a serious collection.
Hey, check it.
I always kind of had a thing for stop motion video. I've watched a lot of that as a kid growing up and just thought it was a cool medium that almost anybody could start doing on their own with an iPhone and some editing software. And I decided to give it a shot. Why not? Other people are doing this on YouTube, and it might just be a way to kind of get a break from the work life. When I first started stop motion, I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't even have a tripod when I first started. I had none of the tools, none of the knowledge, and only a little bit of video editing experience. And some of my early videos, pretty crude.
Is the future of our race not worth a single human life?
You'll never stop at one. I'll take you all on! Megatron, terrorize!
They weren't perfect, but people still watched them. As my knowledge grew in the medium, my videos only got better. I eventually learned a little bit of Blender, experimented with blue screen, green screens, as you can see behind me. Before I knew it, I had a few 100,000 views.
What the hell?
Was definitely not expecting that. The feedback from you guys was nothing but positive. You wanted to see more and more. Started recreating episodes of Beast Wars in full stop motion, posting them on the channel. But eventually, I burned out.
Incompetence.
Yeah, stop motion isn't as easy as it sounds. It's a lot of work, a lot more than I was anticipating. And sometimes I was spending entire weekends, morning to night, doing nothing but moving Transformers, millimeters, snapping a photo, moving them again, snapping another photo. It gets very mundane very quickly.
Well, that's just prime.
I took a few years off, went back to work, focused on my job. But I didn't stay away for long. I think it was around this time I started seeing lots of videos of reselling online and eBay and all this, and it got me really intrigued at maybe a potential side hustle I could start. I even had a shelf full of inventory I could potentially use to start my business without investing any initial money into it for inventory. So from that moment forward, every day when I got home from work, I started listing on eBay. I started with my Transformers, things I wasn't using. If I hadn't touched it in 6 months, it went on the store. Until I had a pretty good idea of what people were after and buying on eBay. And when I got my first sale, my eyes opened up to the potential. I actually love this process. The thrill of the hunt, finding values where other people haven't seen it, and it allows me to collect lots of things that I wouldn't normally collect and then pass them on to other people. I actually end up collecting and enjoying more things than I would if I was just a collector only. Since then, I've branched out into selling more than just collectibles. I would say about 90% of my store isn't actually collectors now at this point. It's appliances, replacement parts, automotive parts, remotes, cameras, VCRs, vintage electronics. The list goes on and on. Eventually, a year in, I turned this side hustle into a full-blown business.
You mean like this?
I quit my job and I went full in on eBay. And for the last few years, this has been my full-time life. I've made mistakes, but I've learned a lot. And somehow it just keeps going. But I'll be real with you. It's not always glamorous running a reselling business in Canada, as some of you know.
Man, look this for a golden disc.
Prices go up, supplies go down. Canada Post keeps going on strike every 6 months. And some days you wonder, what am I even doing? There's no paycheck safety net, just effort, timing, and a bit of luck. But honestly, that's what I love about it. It's honest work and it's mine. Been wanting to bring this channel back for a while, not just to show what I sell, but to show what this lifestyle is really like. Good flips, the bad buys, the reality of making a living from home in 2025. I miss creating. I miss the community. And I think there's room here for content that's both practical and personal. So that's basically what to expect from me moving forward. Transformers collector turned animator turned reseller. I know there's a lot of people out there struggling right now in the resale community, especially with Canadians. Everything that's going on with Canada Post, tariffs, you name it. You know what I'm talking about.
That will have to change!
So moving forward, here's what I'm going to do. Every week I'll post new videos about what sold, sourcing trips, and just the day-to-day life of running a reselling business out of Canada. I want this channel to be honest, not just a get-rich-quick scheme, because obviously I didn't get rich quick. There's a lot of work that goes into reselling, and there's a lot of struggles that come with being a Canadian reseller in particular. And I do find there's not a lot of videos out there talking about Canadian reselling. So if you've watched my old videos, I'd like to again thank you. You guys are the reason I still pick up the camera today. And if you're new here, welcome to the Resell channel. Feels good to be back. If you want to see what I find, what I sell, and what I learned along the way, hit subscribe and join me for the ride. This is the real life of a Canadian reseller.
Don't we get a say in this?
Put your comments and thoughts below. I'd love to hear your take, what you might want to see for videos, what this channel may have done for you. Thanks everyone, and I'll see you soon on the next video.